Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I got a topic I've really been wanting to talk about since the launch of Halo 5, and it's about evolving Halo and how I feel Halo should have evolved over the years, especially after Halo 3. But I'm going to start from the beginning. Halo 1. Funny story here is Halo 1 actually didn't have... multiplayer wasn't planned for Halo 1. It was kind of like a last-minute decision. And so they kind of just, threw it in there. And some people would even say Halo 1 was the best multiplayer ever, which is crazy. And yeah, Halo 1 pretty simple. Everybody spawned, even starts. There was a lot of symmetrical, balanced maps. There were spots on each map where you would want to control to dominate the game. Yeah, power weapons on each map that you could actually nade to you. I mean, that was awesome. There was also a few like button glitches you could do in Halo 1. You could do like a backpack reload or something where you like melee, throw a grenade, and then melee again. You could do like a quick double beatdown. So Halo 1 had a lot of cool stuff. Pretty simple. And Halo 1 defined a lot of things for Halo. Because it was the first Halo. And Halo 2. Halo 2 added a lot of stuff. Added a lot of weapons, bunch of new maps, game modes, added a lot of stuff. And notice, also added custom game options you could set, and it was also the first, Halo that actually had Xbox Live. But yeah, Halo 2 added a lot of things, but notice how the game still played the same. It played the same, just new weapons, new game modes, new maps. New stuff that Halo 1 had, but they just added more to Halo 2. Cool. That's awesome. But the game still played the same for the most part. Yeah, there were button glitches in Halo 2. Glitches, which they weren't intended, but even in Halo 1 there were button glitches. So, I mean, yeah, the game still played the same. The spawns were different. I know in Halo 1, you would spawn in your teammates, you would always spawn in your teammate, and that would, that actually caught, and because of that, you would get like a lot of nades fucking hitting you right off spawn, because you were spawning your teammates. In Halo 2, that wasn't the case, but yeah, for the most part, they played the same. Halo 3. Again, added more weapons, more maps, more game modes. Awesome. And Halo 3 is actually where the population for the Halo community peaked in Halo 3. And this is the third Halo game, and the community is still growing. Insane. Halo 3 also added Forge, where you can make your own maps. Awesome. Added Theater, where you can go back and watch your games. That's crazy. Added even more customization options in custom games. Awesome. Awesome. This is all just added stuff. Stuff that like Halo 2 had, but we're adding and building upon what the previous Halo did. Now, one thing that some people didn't like, but I didn't mind, was equipment. A lot of people thought that was dumb. Somebody just getting one shot and throwing out a bubble shield, or one shot and throwing out a regen. And now that I'm talking about that, I want to skip over to something real quick. The feeling of somebody throwing out a bubble shield when they're one shot, or throwing out a regen when they're one shot. That is the same feeling I get in Halo 5 when I make somebody one shot and they thrust away. Now in Halo 3, not everybody had a piece of equipment. There was like one bubble shield on the map, if any, or one regen on the map, if any. Everybody has thrust in Halo 5. Everybody. So that feeling of them just getting out, it's like a get out of jail free. I said it in my previous rant. That feeling is just happening non-stop when I play Halo 5. And it's just not good for Halo. It doesn't work. But anyways, yeah, some people didn't like equipment, but here's the thing about the equipment. It's not like you spawned with it. They were on map. It's basically like a weapon. You could, if you cared that much about somebody throwing out a bubble shield on you, then control it. Get map control and control the spawn to that. The spawn of the equipment if you want to. It was on map. It wasn't like you spawned with it. So that's why I think it still worked. Now, Now we're going into some bad territory here. Halo Reach. Halo Reach. This game introduced a lot of new things. Very new things. The big one, armor abilities and loadouts. Never in a Halo game could you choose which weapons you wanted to spawn with. Everybody spawned with the same thing. And not only are you choosing what weapon you spawn with now, you're also choosing what armor ability you spawn with, which armor abilities were never in Halo, let alone being able to choose which one you spawn with, letting alone being able to choose to spawn with camo, let alone being able to choose to fucking ground pound, or armor lock and go invincible like when you're one shot. And just sitting there for a good amount of time. Oh, man. It was bad. That was bad. How game-breaking was armor lock? You could just do it at any given time, and it would just, there's nothing you could do about it. Somebody could armor lock, and there's no way of getting them out of it. They could just sit in that, and there is nothing you can do. Being able to spawn with that is insane. Invincibility, that's invincibility, and to be able to spawn with that. To spawn with that is crazy, let alone to be in the game at all. Spawning with camo, what the hell were they doing? Sprint, again, none of this was ever in Halo, let alone being able to spawn with it. And everybody being able to choose what weapon they want, like, what? That's not Halo. You always get even starts. Very, very, very bad. Oh, and bloom. It added bloom, so your reticle expanded as you shot. That's never been in Halo. What were they thinking? I don't understand what they were thinking there. That wasn't evolving it. That was the turning point for Halo right there. They stopped evolving it. That's killing it. That's completely changing it. That shouldn't have been a Halo game. They should have just named that something else. That's a different game. Yeah, there's still Spartans and still some of the same guns, but it doesn't play like Halo. Until like the end of Halo Reach's life, when we finally got good, decent settings for the MLG playlists, those were decent. That was Halo. That's how Halo should have played. The current settings for the MLG playlist on Halo Reach right now, that is how that game should have been. But, yeah, Halo Reach also did add new maps. Most of the maps were pretty bad, and we had to make a lot of Forge maps to play for competitive. They also added game modes and stuff, like all the other Halos did. But those game-breaking features, loadouts, armor abilities, all that, sprint, that should have never been in the game. That killed Halo. It really did. The drop of the population was pretty significant from Halo 3 to Halo Reach. Oh, man. Now, that was Bungie's last Halo game. Now 343 is taking the stand for Halo 4. Now, their updates that they made for Reach when they took over Halo, because they did that towards the end of Halo Reach's life, and 343 made some good changes to Halo Reach. They were the ones who no bloom for MLG, no sprint, and all that. Well, that was in the game, you could just take it out. But yeah, no bloom they did. They made a lot of good updates, and the title updates for Halo Reach towards the end of its life. And yeah, so I thought that Halo 4 was I thought there was some hope for Halo 4, that it was going to be a good Halo, that we were going to get back to that old style of Halo. Little did I know, I was wrong, and the game was even worse. Way worse than Reach. Halo 4 they really took that loadout system, and they really ran with it. You had like perks now you could spawn with. They weren't predetermined loadouts. You could customize them now, and you could spawn, and there were new armor abilities. You could Promethean Vision was one of the armor abilities. You could see through walls with that. Now we're looking through walls. Not only can we go invulnerable. Yeah, they took armor lock out, but they gave us something where you can look through walls, which is even worse. I mean, yeah, I used Promethean Vision that all through Halo 4's life. Because, I mean, it was in the game. I was going to use it because it was so beneficial. I mean, you can see where everyone is. Jesus Christ. Like, what the... I don't know what they were thinking there. And again, still, that really, really impacts the way Halo plays. And it played nothing like Halo is supposed to play. You also had ordnance drops, aka kill streaks, where you could, after you get so many points, you can call down an ordnance drop, and you get a random choice of 3 weapons or abilities like Overshield or something. And not only is that not Halo, but the fact that some people could get the option to call down an incineration cannon, and somebody else, like me, is getting the option to call down a needler. A needler! It's just... It's not Halo. It's not Halo. I mean, that's not balanced, and a kill streaks isn't Halo. Loadouts isn't Halo. Jetpack, sprint, looking through walls, armor abilities isn't Halo. Like, I don't know what they were doing. It's not evolving it. Evolving it is adding more stuff that the previous Halo did. Building off of it, like Halo 1, 2, and fucking 3 did. I just don't understand. I mean, I do... Maybe they were trying something new with Reach, which Bungie did, but 343 should have seen how that game went over and how the community felt about it. But no, they didn't give a shit. Hence Halo 4. Now we're at Halo 5, where Halo 5, a lot better than Halo 4. I will say that. But that ain't saying much. I mean, no loadouts, no kill streaks. You have Spartan abilities, they call them. Not armor abilities, but Spartan abilities. Still, Spartan abilities, I would say, are still not Halo. That's not Halo. That should not be in the game. But how they implemented them was a good idea, because everybody has them. So they kept the balance factor of Halo. So, yes, Halo 5 is completely balanced. I will say that. Halo 5 is a very, very balanced Halo, which is great, because we haven't had a completely balanced Halo like that since Halo 3. So, that's, thumbs up for them. And when I say Halo 5 is a really balanced Halo, basically what I mean is everybody is spawning with even starts. Not that all the weapons are balanced with each other, but the fact that even starts are in the game, and it's fair for everybody. That's basically what I'm saying, as far as the game being balanced goes. That's what I mean by that. The actual, gameplay isn't always balanced, with people crouching around with storm rifles, and sometimes, some maps, some people get... I noticed this just by playing. Some people, like Plaza, one spawn on Plaza can actually get the OS faster. I found, beat me to it every time by a long shot too, and it's just there's nothing you can do about that. But yeah. So that's what I mean by that. That being said, Spartan abilities shouldn't be in the game to begin with. Because like I said in my rant, and like I just said previously in this video about how Thruster Pack is just a fucking get out of jail free, and I mean that's the same thing as like everybody spawning with a fucking bubble shield in Halo 3. It's a cheap way of staying alive when you make a bad play. When you make a bad decision, you're supposed to die. You're supposed to pay. You pay for it if you make a bad decision in Halo. That's how Halo is supposed to be. But with Thruster Pack, that's not the way it is. Especially Clamber, that helps you get out of there, man. You sprinting, clambering, you're gone, man. You're gone. I mean, that's just not Halo. It isn't. And I want to talk about, because I just got done playing Halo 5 like 20 minutes ago, I want to talk about the competitive playlist, which is Team Arena for Halo 5. That's the competitive playlist, and there's unnecessary shit in that. There is shit in that playlist that shouldn't be in there, like storm rifles, SMGs, shotguns, all this different stuff. And these are things that back when in Halo 3, I thought those things were forbidden. I never thought I'd ever see the day where a fucking shotgun or a fucking, SMG is in competitive play. Yeah, I know Halo 2 had it, but I mean, because Halo 2, you didn't have full customization over the weapons on map. So Halo 2, Halo 2 had some weapons in it, like shotguns and stuff. But Halo 3, when we had the options and we had the ability to take things out and put things in, we did, and it was everybody spawned with BRs, and there was sniper rifles and rockets, which were the 2 power weapons for MLG. And you did have a mauler, but that was only a one shot if you were literally rubbing up against the other player. So, yeah, but Halo 5 just went overboard with all the SMGs and storm rifles laying on the map, and which storm rifles are like under a second kill time. It's ridiculous. The kill times on these weapons destroy the precision weapons up close. Even at medium range, sometimes it destroys them. It's ridiculous. In Halo 5, what they wanted to do, this is another thing that's straight away from Halo, is that they wanted all the weapons to compete with each other. Which, yeah, I was kind of for that. I think, yeah, if you're spawning with an AR and if you're playing like doubles, for instance, and you spawn with an AR and the other team is set up on the map with BRs. If this was Halo 3, there's literally nothing you can do, because the AR, you're fucked. In Halo 5, shit, you can use the AR across the map. You can fucking zoom in with it. You're good. The kill time on it is great. But I think they went a little overboard with it. You can zoom in with every weapon, which why do I need to be able to zoom in with every weapon? I don't. I mean, that's the point of having like the scopes on the weapon, is because certain weapons you could zoom in with. You're not supposed to zoom in with every weapon. But yeah, the weapons, the SMGs, the storm rifles, they all destroy the precision weapons up close. That isn't Halo. I'm supposed to see somebody running around with an SMG and be like, look at this noob. That's what I'm supposed to think, but in Halo 5, that's not the case. Because if they have a fucking SMG, they're the deadliest fucking player in the game. You gotta watch out for that. It's basically a power weapon. And combining these fucking weapons with crouching is just... there's nothing you can do. It's just... That was an awful thing that was a very bad thing to do on their part. Make all the weapons compete with each other. Man. What else can I say? I also want to... Oh, yeah. Let's talk about how Halo 5 doesn't have half the features Halo 3 did. So, we're trying to evolve here. This is a game, Halo 5, 8 years after Halo 3 came out. And we have a broken theater. Okay? A broken theater. Where the reticle doesn't even turn red when it's on them, on a player. Let alone the reticle's not on them at all. The reticle, it shows it all over the place in theater. Sometimes it's not even on the player you're shooting at, and you're getting hit markers, and it's awful. I don't know if the medals or the announcer works in theater. I don't think it does. And if it does, I know sometimes it doesn't. You also, in Halo 3, when Halo 3 and theater was introduced, you could have 4 people in a film together. And you know how much I used that? You know how much I was like, after a cool game, I would just switch the lobby to theater and take some friends in and we would go review the film? Yeah, well, Halo Reach actually took that away. To only one person could be in theater. You know how hard it was to show somebody in Halo Reach a film, or show somebody something that happened in the previous game you just played in Reach? I would have to leave the lobby, I would have to go to theater by myself, start it up, record the clip, put it on my file share, then they would have to download it, go to theater, watch it, and then boom, and then we get back in a party and keep playing. Halo 3, all you do is switch the lobby and show them. That's it in Halo 3. I don't know what happened. Why did we go in the wrong direction there? That's like a leap backwards there. In Halo 4, same thing. Only one player can be in there in theater, and I don't know why that is. But yeah, theater's broken as shit. So yeah, there's that. Halo 3 introduced Forge. Halo Reach made Forge even better. That's another thing that Halo Reach built off of from Halo 3. They made the best Forge ever in Halo Reach. It was insane. Forge World, all the pieces, all the options, making Forge easier. People used a bunch of different glitches in Halo 3 to phase two pieces together and put them in each other. Reach made that an actual feature. Building off of Halo 3, that's what they did. Well, in that situation they did. Not so much the fucking armor abilities, but Halo 4, now we don't even have a Forge. 8 years later, don't even have a Forge. I don't give a fuck about their statement their announcement that Forge is coming in December. Saying that is the equivalent to the game not having Forge at all. Same thing. You're launching without Forge when it was in a game 8 years ago. Now, not only that, but in Reach, they introduced firefight. Well, not introduced, it was introduced in Halo 3, but they also put it in Reach. Halo 4, Spartan Ops. That was a replacement for firefight, which I wasn't a fan of. I liked firefight more, but it was still an extra activity. Halo 5 doesn't have any of that. We don't have an extra activity. I don't understand why in Reach we had Forge, firefight, multiplayer, campaign, theater, and in Halo 5, 2 of them things were taken out. Forge and the firefight or Spartan Ops or whatever. We don't have that extra activity anymore. I don't understand why. I don't get it. You think as a game goes on, as a company builds, as next gen, comes out and things like this, you would think these things would be possible. But it's like now they're not in the game. Theater's broken. Things are getting worse. I don't understand that. If they just came out with a statement, if there's a reason for this, man, I want to know. I want to know the reason. I don't understand. It makes no sense how a game 8 years ago can have more features and do things better than Halo 5 can 8 years later. I don't fucking get it. Halo 5 just shit the bed. Really did. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's how I think Halo should have evolved. I mean, I think I make a good point, and I think people would agree with me. People might say, oh, well, just adding weapons and maps is going to get old eventually. That's going to get old and boring. Well, first off, then, if it gets boring, play a different game. Don't change Halo. Halo's Halo. If I get bored of Halo, I'll play a different game. And if I want to play Halo, I'll play Halo. Don't change Halo. Like if I get bored of Halo and I want to go play Call of Duty, don't implement Call of Duty features in the Halo. That's not going to stop me from going to play Call of Duty. I'm still going to go play Call of Duty. You're just ruining Halo. That's what you're doing. And yeah, I don't think people would really get bored. And if they did, they would come back because Halo was a great game. CS:GO, that game has been the same. That's been the same game for years. It's been the same shit. God, you will never see the day when that game has when CS:GO has Sprint in it. That day will never come because they are so loyal to the community. And I mean, it's great. The community gets what they want. Must be nice. Because I mean, I want to know where the community is, the people playing the game. So you want to appeal to them. I didn't see a bunch of people asking for Spartan abilities. I didn't see anyone. I didn't see it. I maybe I missed it. Maybe I wasn't, on the forums enough to see people asking for it. But I didn't see people asking for armor abilities, Spartan abilities. Sorry, it just wasn't there. So why that's in the game, I will never know. You just make the same game, and I could say it 1,000 times. Add maps, add weapons, add game modes, add playlist online, add stuff, add more depth to a ranking system. I mean, fucking this ranking system is just so stale and boring already. It's just whatever. Oh, and now they're gonna reset it, and you get to do it again. Yay! Halo 3's, man, you had a 1 to 50 ranking system, which was the skill-based ranking system where you win, you go up, you lose, you go down. Then you had your XP rank, where if you, you had your XP rank. You would have to have a certain level or a skill level and a certain XP to get a certain rank. Like 5,000 XP you had to have to get a general, 5-star general. And then not only that, but you had an XP rank it per playlist. Per playlist. So not only could I be a 5-star general overall, sorry, but I could also be a 5-star general in Team Snipers, Team SWAT, per playlist. Like, there was so much there. Halo 5's just fucking stupid. You play 10 placement matches and it throws you into wherever it feels necessary, because I mean, those placement matches are all messed up, because I've done really good and gotten a Plat 1, while friends have done okay during placement matches and gotten champions. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I sometimes when I play, I can when I'm playing, I could be Onyx and I'm losing and I lose to champions and I rank down a ton, and then when I beat them, I barely go up at all. So I don't understand it. It's a piece of shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think. I really want to know what everyone thinks about this, because I know I cannot be the only one who thinks that that's how Halo should have evolved. Because I think I'm pretty I think I'm pretty accurate on that. I think that's what would have kept the community alive and kept Halo alive, and shit, we'd probably be as big as Call of Duty right now. But it is what it is. Halo ain't coming back. I have no hope for it. You shouldn't either. Just don't sit around and wait. Please don't. It's not ever gonna come back. It really isn't, because I mean, even if they make Halo 3 2.0 as Halo 6, it's already too late. The community's gone. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.